Oh my
Do
god.
do 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 do. I got the soundboard. Jesus. How the hell did you do that?
Discord sounds.
God damn, you like know all this stuff, and I'm like barely trying to figure it
Not
out.
really.
Brian, I am the Focusrite gods. You have failed me. All right, I'm going for it. Let's do
Go
it.
for it, my dog.
All right, guys. Yeah. Another, yeah. Another Shreddy Boys thing that we don't have a name for yet. We're gonna working title Chisme of the Week. Basically, yeah. Brian has a soundboard now. That's gonna be the main feature of this thing.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But yeah, basically, when we don't do a Shreddy Boys episode, or maybe we do, I don't know, this is a very short, condensed version of us just being pals, catching up, and talking some shit, maybe. Talking about whatever's
Yeah.
happening, in the world or the internet or music. I
I
don't know.
mean, yeah, I mean, we could talk about a lot of stuff that's going on the internet. Maybe, this could be our little commentary segment of like shit that, I guess we found that catches our interest.
Yeah.
It could be something about our favorite YouTuber, musician, or anything anything you can think of.
Yeah, man. I mean, as it stands right now, the last Shreddy Boys episode we did was towards the end of what was it? Was it
And if
August?
you lie,
End of July.
I was
Yeah.
like, August, we didn't have an August
No, no,
episode.
no,
People
no.
were
That's
asking,
right.
are we on a hiatus?
No, it's not a hiatus. Don't tell them it's a hiatus. We took a month
I didn't tell
off.
them it's no, no, no. Hold on. I didn't tell them it was a hiatus. They asked, "Are you guys taking a hiatus?" I'm like, "No, we're just taking a month break, but we're
Yeah.
doing other things. We're not
Hiatus.
gone."
Oh my god, hiatus is such a scary word.
Yes, it is. It's like, nope.
Oh my
Taking
god.
a hiatus.
No, we're here, guys. If you haven't noticed, we've been making stuff, and we're gonna continue
Stuff,
making
huh?
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I
Okay.
could use this moment to thank everybody who's checked out some of our things that we've released, including our cover for Blackfire Upon Us, which is
Yeah.
doing
So
pretty well.
give yourselves a cover for breaking 200 views, guys. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, and as this moment stands, we also released the Death Clock tier list video. So if you haven't seen that, go see it. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening, man. I mean, Jesus,
Happening behind the scenes. Oh, you're talking about the internet or like regards like to music and
everything,
stuff,
dude.
or
Internet, music, just life, shows.
yeah.
You know, you've gone
Oh,
to
don't get me started with shows.
yeah, you've gone to so many. God damn, dude.
I mean, I recently saw Bobadini
Yeah,
last Saturday. Actually, as of us recording this video, that was a wild time. Just a bunch of deathcore bands. I mean, I'm not like
yeah,
the biggest deathcore fan, but speaking of deathcore, there has been a lot of shit going on with like some prominent, figures of the deathcore community. First off, there was Die Artist Murders vocalist CJ. I don't know whether you heard of what's been going on, but there's been like headlines of him through what was it? Metal Hammer. There's no, not Metal Sucks
okay.
and Loudwire. There you go. Talking about saying that he shared a he was saying transphobic remarks on Instagram or some shit.
Jesus.
Uh, I don't know whether you heard of that, but that was just popping up, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Because so what happened, and I still haven't seen the post in question because I do want to see the context of this whole thing. But
Mm-hmm.
from what I read in the article, CJ shared a post by have you heard of Matt Walsh, right? The YouTuber Matt Walsh, right? Right wing
Yes.
YouTuber Matt Walsh, yeah. So he shared a post from him. I believe the post in question said, "What is a woman?" I'm assuming it's from what the article said, it was a video of a mother telling their child, like pointing at a trans person, I believe, saying, "Is that a man or a woman?" And I believe the kid said both or something. I can't remember. So that's what the article said. Like I said, I really want to see like what was shared, but I mean, I'll probably just look it through archive.com or whatever. But reason I'm saying that is because CJ said that she should be burned on a stick, and I was like, well, that's what the article said. Like she should be burned on a stick, and I'm like, okay, my because I'm gonna get to that like back to all of it later. So yeah, that happened. He got backlash from like everyone on the internet, and it
Of
made
course.
him delete his own Instagram. He said he's still gonna be on, but on the Thy Art is murder page.
Jeez. God damn, dude.
But yeah, that's what he said. And then after that, he made a post on the page with the trans flag, saying "We stand with you," and that it was just like a one sentence response. He then posted an apology video on the band's Instagram, which let me see if that's still up there. Oh yeah, I'm not
Oh
joking.
my
He actually made an
god.
apology.
Dude, you
He
know
made
what
an
that was?
apology.
That was everybody else in the band being like, dude, what the fuck?
And it was, dude.
They made him go on there and like, we don't give a shit about what your views are, dude. You're gonna tank the band.
I mean, yeah, because I will, because it's crazy because all of this is happening like I believe like what um about a week or maybe a couple weeks or a month because they're
Yeah.
releasing a new album this year. So all of this is happening like a
Oh,
couple weeks or a month away prior to that new album.
oh
And
my
they're talking
god.
about, there was a post saying like, "Are you excited for said album?" And then everyone's literally trashing him in the comments about his transphobic remarks.
Yeah.
But he said it is apology video. I watched it. I mean, well, I'm not the type of person who rates apologies, but it was asked. But then again, you, you already,
You
I
already
mean, you
doubled
already made it
down.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
God
mean, it was
damn,
pretty
dude.
ass, but he said it was taken out of context, and I'm like, okay, then so if it was taken out of context, did he refer to she needs to be burned on a stick to the woman that was asking her kid? Is that a man or a woman, or the person or the trans person in question? I don't know, but point
Regardless,
is,
boy, is that a horrible way to just, die on your own cross.
exactly. This is the thing. If it was taken out of context, the only thing I'm gonna say is that was a poor choice of words. By
Oh
like,
my god.
holy shit, because. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't really follow Matt Walsh at all. But
Do you
I
have
was like,
a
okay, what the fuck did
do you have a sound effect for this story, Brian?
I have no. Oh,
Maybe like a
well, no, not at the moment. But oh, this. Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's all I can say about CJ. There's that, and then aside from that, there's Slaughter to Prevail, a band that I'm not really much of a fan of, but I've heard of Alex the Terrible. I'm pretty sure you have too.
I've obviously heard a couple of the songs, and I've seen like a lot of vocalist reactions and stuff, and they're the band that wears the masks, right?
Yeah, well,
Or
their
at least,
vocalist has also been under hot fire too,
oh
as of
no,
this week. They were saying that so he said something along the lines that I don't give a fuck if you're gay or trans or something like that, but I need to, you know what, that's a good question. I don't think I looked into that as much, but I think he did give out a response to, the people saying that he's homophobic and transphobic, and that response from
Mm-hmm.
what I heard was, "Fuck you." It's
Jesus.
like, what?
Okay. Man of
I
few
don't know.
words.
A man of few words. I mean, a Russian of a few words, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah. Jeez. Oh my god, man.
Yeah,
What is happening? Is it something in the water with these
I have
deathcore
no clue.
vocalists?
I mean, there's always something happening. I mean, we recently had Vulvodynia,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
back in
So,
May.
you were talking about how their new vocalist sounded pretty good, or their fill-in, or whatever he is at this moment.
So actually,
Was there any
yeah. Um.
mention or nothing like during the show?
So I asked because I met him. I took a picture with Londile, if that's how you pronounce his name. I took a picture with both him and Chris after the show.
Okay.
But I asked him like, so is this going to be a for now thing like you guys said on your original post? And he's like,
Yeah.
so he said it in a really funny way. He says it's for now for or forever or it's for forever now. There you go. So instead of for
Oh,
now, it's for forever. I was like, I like that.
nice. Dude, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
no, he's gonna be the new vocalist. I'm gonna be honest, he fucking killed it.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Like when I first heard him, I was like, oh, he sounds pretty good. But then now, like seeing him live, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
gonna
like
say, man, like I'm not a huge deathcore fan, but there's one thing about deathcore: the vocalists, like they're like one of the more important part. I mean, I'm not gonna say the most important, but their vocals. There is a distinct difference between, like, let's say, death metal vocals and deathcore vocals. You know, I feel like you need to be like a level up to be a deathcore vocalist. You know, you got to have a lot more
I mean,
going on.
look at Will Ramos. The guy's vocals sound filthy. Period.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ. And well,
Yeah.
that's good, man. It's good to see. I mean, he's gonna be in the band now, forever, forever now forever.
For forever
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of for good, I guess. So okay, then.
There you go.
Yeah. No,
Is
but
it?
yeah, no, I mean, it was a pretty sick time. I got to talk to him for a little bit. Same thing with Chris. Great guys to talk, to hang with for a little bit because
Yeah.
they had other people trying to swarm at them, being like,
Oh, dude, I bet. Yeah, I bet everybody was. Are they the type of band that hangs out around the merch table?
well, I mean, they were hanging out around the merch table when I met them. They were just walking around, and I walked up to them.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I
cool,
mean,
man.
that's pretty good. I'm trying to look at so right now, like while you were talking, I'm trying to look at see where I can find the Alex the Terrible article, but I'm having trouble finding it. But yeah,
Well, I'm sure if we wanted to, we could put it in the description of this post later or something.
possibly. I mean, I'll look for it afterwards. But yeah, there was that, and what aside from that, I mean, no, this was a while back, but I've never listened to either of these bands. Bro Job, and I think it's Tactosa or Tacosa, or I can't remember exactly the name of those two bands.
Yeah.
But I know one of the bands had allegations of their vocalist doing some crazy shit. They kicked them out, and then uh one of the members from actually both of the vocalists got kicked out. I forgot which band kicked out the vocalist for said allegations. I can't remember exactly. And then after that happened, you had I think it was Brojob defending the vocalist that got kicked out, and then that ended up getting him kicked out as well. I was like, oh, okay then. And it's funny because the reason I mentioned this is because my drummer from First Up to Glory, because we were all talking about like the shit that's been going on like last week and then up until now.
Mm-hmm.
He also said that he mentioned both of them, kicking out their frontmen, and Brojob was recently at West Chicago on
Oh
Sunday,
my
the day
god.
after I saw Bobadilla, so I was like, oh god damn it. But yeah, no, I
Jesus,
mean a
dude.
whole lot has been a whole lot has just been happening, and then there's yeah, no, I mean that's just pretty much the two that I mainly wanted to talk about, because I guess like Die Art was well I really can't say like I mean it does suck that to see something like this happen, but at the same time I'm like I don't know, like when it comes to I guess talking about political views on the internet,
Yeah.
I would say this: whatever the context may have been with CJ, you in general, it was a really poor choice of words if you were speaking against, transphobes or some shit.
Yeah.
Because then people can possibly be like, oh, he's talking about, the other way around. However, I don't know. I personally felt like you probably should have just never shared that shit because at the same time, if you're going to be sharing a take on the internet and you cannot take the pushback, you should just don't. At this point, you shouldn't be saying anything at all. I guess I don't know. He
Well,
quit the
dude,
internet because of that.
exactly. I mean, it's not that hard. You take what you believe, and if I mean, I think that, I mean, unless it's in the form of like lyrics and stuff, like in songwriting, it's like you should just probably not say anything at all. you
You
know?
should probably just shut the fuck up
Yeah,
and take whatever you believe, shove it far up your ass, and
yeah, yeah.
keep
I mean,
walking along.
Gojira is writing about saving the rainforest. I mean, unless you're an evil person, nobody is against saving the rainforests. You know, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's like, yeah, man, you probably shouldn't say anything. You know?
I mean, at this point, I don't know, but uh, my question is he gonna come back? Possibly, or maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't know. I mean, the internet doesn't forget. That's one thing for sure. Nobody forgets shit.
No. Speaking of not
It's like,
forgetting, you said that there was an update on the YouTuber Illuminati a while back, correct?
oh my fucking no. So not a while back, last week, as all of
Yeah.
this shit was going on
Wait,
as
wait,
well.
wait. Let's
We
let's give
gotta
everybody a little preface here. We did an episode a while back. I don't remember the name of it, but it has the
lies in
thumbnail.
the seat.
Lies and Deceit, and it has the
Yeah,
original controversy about Illuminati that we talked about. And it's deep. Go listen to the episode. Go watch
I,
all of the related videos.
we talked about it briefly because there is so much to that, and it gets even worse the more you go into it. But it's crazy because that episode we were talking about deathcore and
Yes, yes, we
Illuminati,
were.
and then it's like, oh look at what's going on now. We have an update on her, and it's like, oh, but at the same time, two deathcore vocalists are also being slammed for their terrible takes. But
A little longer than a few minutes later.
you, we just
all
I
right,
had given the preface. You could probably tell when when I was having issues. I'm like,
I think we all could at this point.
all right, go for it.
When aren't you having issues? Damn it.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
all right.
All right, sorry.
Fuck.
Illuminati, new things coming
It,
up.
it's gotten worse. She's suing us, or she's planning on suing Osmedia or some shit. She's threatening a lawsuit against them, planning on taking away his home. It first started with her threatening to take away his dad's home because he has a video about her coming soon, and she's been wanting to silence him before the video came out. So she sent him a cease and desist
Mhm.
a couple months back, but the video hasn't even dropped. And I'm like, okay, why is she sending it now? Unless he has some damning information to say about her. And well, it just so turns out that those two probably dating.
Really?
They weren't just friends. They were boyfriend and girlfriend, and well, that's his ex-girlfriend now.
Jeez.
But I mean, well, the thing is, we recently also had another, or not recently, like a couple months back, before we found out about this. One of her exes from like a couple years back also broke his silence, spoke out against her and everything. I think his name is Azathan. Well, there was a bunch of leaked audio of like them talking where she was saying some terrible things to him and uh pretty much doing the same thing she was doing to Wonderstruck. Um
Yeah.
Pretty much what's the word using it? Using their mental health against them, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she did the same thing to him. She was being abusive to her ex-boyfriend just as she did with Wonderstruck, and I wonder what exactly happened between her and Osmedia. Because yeah, like it's just crazy. She's trying her hardest to silence him. His video isn't even out yet, but she's already trying to shut him down before he starts saying anything, which is pretty nuts, I guess.
Yeah, man, that's
She's fucking
problematic.
unhinged.
I mean,
I
do you
mean,
think it's
you think that
possible? I was just gonna say, do you think it's possible that the reason why she's trying to shut him down before the video drops is because maybe he went to her like beforehand and be like, "Look, this is what I'm gonna release. I'm just telling you preemptively," you know? Or do you
I
think?
don't know. I mean, they all don't really talk to her anymore. They pretty much pushed her away, but she's been cyber stalking them for like so many years, and it's pretty crazy how there's a lot of because I mean back then when all of this started coming out about her, it's like okay, I don't know whether this is true or not, but now hearing you know, her victim's perspective, like you have the Click, Wonderstruck. Um, One Topic is another guy who made a video on her, and then Oz Media, they're all
Yeah.
speaking out against her as a fan as well. I'm like, okay, now that this is, there seems to be a pattern of behavior with her that, like, okay, this person's pretty fucking unhinged, and not only that, they're actually losing a lot more subscribers. I think they're in like the 1.2 million now. They were 1.7 at their highest. Last time I remember was 1.3, and I think it might be 1.2 now. So their downfall is going.
Steadily.
It's continuing. Yeah, it's deadly. Like no one, like I said, the internet doesn't forget it. I mean,
It
Illuminati's
is.
an example.
It's crazy. Every now and again, I'll check her page to see if there's any kind of update on any of that, any kind of.
She's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I
She's
figured.
not.
But I'll look at
So
like her latest videos and stuff, and all of the comment section is just people who are like, "We're never gonna forget."
no, that's the thing. And not only that, but like her views before the controversy used to be like she would gain like 2 million like in total. Now it's like 18K or just barely 10,000 or 9,000 views per video. And this is a channel that has over 1 million subscribers. They're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you know? It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
I mean, do you see her like? I mean, do you see her being like canceled in the way that like eventually her channel's just gonna break down, or do you see that? I mean,
It's
eventually
already happening.
this is just gonna go away on its own eventually, and if she's not malicious towards anybody, eventually her page will see growth again one day.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
She's been doing this for so many years. She's been repeating the same shit over and over. It's being revealed that she's been this way the whole time. My
Yeah.
dog is scratching the floor. I have nobody you can hear that.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Your
I was like, I'm trying to
dog,
get her to stop.
your dog in your
Um,
mystical fairy forest that you're in front of.
yeah, but anyways, no, I'm trying to move her so she doesn't do it. But so, okay. I'm like, I can hear her, but stop flexing your tattoos, Mike. I'm trying to focus here, damn it.
What
Okay.
does that even do with that?
You were all like, oh, okay. She's been doing this for years. She's been like this for like time and time and again. She's been doing the same shit, and I don't think it's I don't know. I think it's at a point of no return at this point, at this moment, because even her Patreon, she had 300 members, right? 300
Mhm.
patrons. That number
Okay.
went down by 100. So even her diehard fans are starting to leave.
Yeah.
And if her comment section continues to be like people calling her out saying, "When are you going to apologize?" I personally feel that it's over because she lost all of her sponsors. Her patrons are leaving. Her views are even lower. That I don't even think she's going to be able to pay her editing team anymore. So it's kind of gone to the point where I think this is the bitter end for her YouTube career. I mean,
I do
I mean, at the
think
same time, yeah,
if it does get to that point and she can't pay her team anymore, that is an indication of like, all right, well, if we can't pay the people, then she can't pump up content like she does normally, like just left and right all of the time. So it means that she would have to go down to like a one video a month or maybe, I don't know, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, and she
yeah,
would be
no,
doing a lot
because
more work, you know?
yeah, it's just continuing to go down because, like I said, she was hoping that everyone was going to forget, kind of like how Sunny B2 made those remarks about Mr. Beast's best friend and shit, and he's
Yeah.
doing well because he never responded. And she was, I guess, well, she did respond, but it was a terrible response regardless because it ended up just getting her way down. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, it just continues to get worse and worse now because she's trying to pull it under the rug. She already responded, tries to go, business as usual, and it's not working. It just ain't working now. Everyone knows how she is, and everyone's just calling her out on her bullshit, which
Yeah.
not surprised. Like I said, the internet doesn't forget. I said it for like the third time in a row, but I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I am excited to see, whenever that video drops, personally. And I also check the Colleen Sings page, or what's her name? Not yeah, Miss Ukulele Girl.
Colleen Ballinger.
Colin, yeah, the Colleen Sings page. Because that's where she posted the
Miranda Sings is
Miranda
what
Sings.
I think
Sorry,
it's Miranda Sings.
but
I'm
I check that every now and again because I'm like, God, I want some type of tasty update on that as well.
There has been Swoop uploaded a third video to the whole thing. I haven't watched it completely,
really?
but I know there's a lot more updates and it gets even worse from what
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, no, I haven't looked into it yet. I think she's also gotten canceled to a certain extent. I think her tour got canceled because she was supposed to go on tour, but now with the whole controversy happening, yeah,
It's not a good
that's just
look.
done.
Yeah. Well, shit.
I mean, the response was not a good look, anyways. But yeah, I didn't know you were gonna bring Colleen Ballinger, but I guess hey,
That's another fantastic like cornerstone on internet lore like that. The worst apology video ever made, you know?
I
But we
mean, it's only gonna get worse. I mean, this year is literally the year of apologies. I mean, we had one from Linus Tech Tips. I don't know whether you heard about that one too.
remind me about that. Was it the his shorts
No, no, no,
came
no,
down a
no,
little bit?
no, no. We'll probably talk about this in a future episode
Yeah.
because he's also gotten himself in the hot waters recently. So much has happened this month, and we're not even doing an episode of Shreddy Boys for it. But hey, let's just keep this short and simple for now.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Do
about that later.
a tiny like a 3 sentence if you were to give us like 3 sentences on the matter.
Okay. He gave out a poor review on a product or something, or without properly testing it.
Yeah.
And then they were saying that he auctioned it off or something. I can't remember exactly, but another. Okay, no. Sentence number 3. A former
There you go.
employee is calling him out for shitty work environment. There you go.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you'll catch that in in September. But yeah, man,
If
there's
there's
been
more updates on that, but
there's been
yeah.
so much that's been going on, guys. Like Jesus, I need to properly evaluate the Death Album 4 that has come out. I mean, it's crazy that I'll talk about this to Michelle, and God bless her that she listens, you know, but she doesn't understand Brian like you. You know, we have to
that shit
we,
listens, huh?
we have to analyze this album for the people.
Maybe on a future episode because this is supposed to be what's been going on the internet, not about your feelings, Mike.
No. I'm talking about the next episode of Shreddy Boys. We have to talk about it. And at that point, it'll already be past. But we went to go see Death Clock on that date as well in September. So you do have tickets, yeah?
No, I'm hoping you would get me the free ticket.
Oh my God,
no.
you fool! Dude, that's a good point. I have to message them and see if that's even a thing anymore. But
yeah, Mike be like, hey, can I get my tickets now?
yeah,
Kuma's be like,
yeah. They're like, I don't know what you're
okay.
talking about, sir. Dude,
What
I'm
the
like,
fuck
all
was
right,
that?
fine, whatever. Don't give me the tickets. Give me like, I don't know, like 2 free Kuma's visits or something. I'll take that. Just don't lie to me. You know?
At this point, he's been gaslit the whole way.
I know. Jesus Christ, man.
All right. Well, I think it's time we end off this segment over here.
Well, you know, guys, this is the first episode of whatever the fuck we're calling this. Chisme of the week or whatever.
We could just put Shreddy Boys. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Well, oh God. What's the
Hey.
chisme or whatever? I don't know.
Or what the fuck just happened?
What the fuck just
Where
happened?
we talk about what the fuck just happened? Where we're talking about shit that's going on.
Just watch all of just our shit get buried because of the F word in the title.
I mean, we're not monetized, so
That is true. That is the sad reality, guys. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's sad because we could say whatever the fuck we want, but then once we're monetized, it's gonna be we gotta be kid friendly and shit.
My hope is that one day I would love to start a Patreon, where we can do like extra stuff. I could do like behind the scenes videos for, you know, all of the editing stuff, and I don't know who would be interested in stuff like that. You know, we do have a lot of bloopers that never get really like shown, you know.
The one thing that's ever been filmed is your lamp falling on you.
Yeah, just collapsing. Like, no.
That's the one thing I want to capture, but I can't. It's always
Yeah.
it always happens when the cameras are off.
Yeah, I would love to do something like that, but alas, a future date. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this first episode of whatever we're calling this. Check out
What the fuck just happened?
What the fuck just happened?
Exactly.
God damn it!
It's
can't
funny.
call it that.
Okay,
It's funny.
WTF just happened. There you go. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that's true. I guess we could do that. But okay. Check out all of the other stuff that we recently released. We released the Death Clock tier list. We got a cover. You know, I don't have to babysit. You go to the page, watch the stuff, and be on the lookout for more stuff, because we got another tier list on deck. We have potentially another cover.
That tier list is hilarious. You guys are gonna like that one.
We talk about snacks. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, that's probably one of our most combative. But,
yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait for that one. But anyways, guys, yeah, thanks for checking it out on, just seeing us ramble on the internet. And yeah, this is the first time we're doing this on Discord. Hey, who knows? We might be doing interviews like this instead of using Zoom and getting cut off mid.
Yeah, that is the worst part about Zoom. However, we did spend like 30 minutes trying to figure this out. So
we'll tell them that.
Hopefully we'll figure it out. But
yeah, we'll figure it.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. This has been Shreddy Boys. This has been an episode of Shreddy Boys. What the fuck just happened? And shout out to the editing team, our weather team, and our camera guys. Yeah, just give a round of applause to them, everyone.
Yay!
All right.
Bye.
Well, it's over now. Bye.